I come from the assembly floor, so I still do know, even though that's not my job now, I still do know those processes, and they are very good about going through the order, checking every piece 100% visually, and all the assemblers are trained and told, like, you are the last line of defense. You're the last one that is going to touch this part before it goes to the customer, so treat it that way. Be nitpicky. Try to put yourself in the customer's shoes. The best advice I was ever given is the out-of-the-box test, which is if I was a customer and I pulled this out of the box, how would I feel if I just spent money on this product? My name is Matt Drost. I started in 2018 in MBU Assembly. My current position is a shop inspection programmer. My role in our mechanical manufacturing process is to make sure our machines are up to date as far as having the latest rev and the most current parts, so that way the inspectors can speed up their process. Also, part of my job is to make sure those units are up to ISO standards and meeting calibration standards to make sure that we have the correct calibration dates. My team take first pieces from the machinist, what's called the first article inspection, and go through it 100% to make sure every dimension meets specifications as denoted by our prints from our engineering department. And once that is approved and we go through the part entirely, we give it back to the machinist and basically give them the okay to run the rest of the order. If there's no current jobs that need first article inspections, we do what's called an in-process inspection and help the machinist measure things they can't necessarily check at the bench to make sure that the whole order is going to be within specifications. Thorlabs has very stringent testing policies. Probably the most used product that they use is our profilometer. It's essentially a device that measures flatness. So they will run a simulation of however many tests they want to do. Sometimes it's upwards in the thousands, and then take the results before and after to see how the part is performing and how the part is wearing. So that way they know if there's any high, low spots, and then they can give that information back to the shop so they can, make any, if necessary, adjustments to bring the part to even better performance to the customer. We use many different forms of metrology equipment, vision measuring systems, coordinate-based systems. We also have two CMMs, which are coordinate measuring machines that uses probe technology to map out the parts. A part will go through incoming inspection for 4 different reasons. If it is a new part, if it is a new revision, if it is a new vendor, or if it has failed in the past. And it will go through that process 3 times before we turn off that inspection rule, basically proving to us that they can make the part within specifications multiple times. We have a very, very low return rate, and I truly believe that a lot of that is because of the quality processes that we've put in place to catch these things before they would potentially go to the customer. We address quality issues in a number of ways, but probably the biggest is corrective actions as far as the shop is concerned. So if a part makes it all the way through and is deemed to be out of specification, a customer or somebody inside the company can request what's called a corrective action. And we will go through the process to see where that part failed and document why it failed and what the correction was to make it not happen again. All departments work very closely together. Myself, I work in the shop inspection, but we work very close with the shop floor and also engineering. We make Polaris parts, which are made of steel. It's our high-end line that has very, very fine pitch threads. We make them to a better than Class 3 fit. So those fits have extremely tight tolerances. If we're going to be able to manufacture those, we need the equipment in order to measure it and verify that it's meeting the specifications that we're saying it is. Because it's one thing to put tight tolerances on the print, but then we have to be able to verify them. It's not just about accuracy, it's about speed as well too. Because our customers, yes, they want high-end quality, but they also want it yesterday, as everybody does. You're always finding that balance between efficiency as fast as we can make the parts, but also as high quality and uphold the standards that Thorlabs has set as a company for a long time.